You just brought up, when Nicole was miraculously healed from those tumors on her liver. And now if Nicole were to write a biography of her life,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say, Nicole, you've got 20 pages to do it. You get the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be more than one miracle mentioned in there. There
Mm-hmm.
might be salvation mentioned in there. Your salvation would be mentioned in there,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a miracle if they knew you before you were a Christian.
Right, yeah,
And
absolutely.
there's all these things. Now, because of that, someone could read that and say, boy, back then miracles happened seemingly once a week. But what's actually going on is she's giving you the highlights,
Mm-hmm.
the big moments that shaped the rest of her life, shaped the rest of your guys' life together. And I think what people often miss when they ask this question, miracles aren't happening. Well, you're reading a book, the Bible, collection of books. Not every single one has a miracle in it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those miracles, while they seem to be very close together, there's only 200 pages in between them, but that could be many more centuries
Oh, yeah,
in between.
hundreds of years.
So again, be cognizant of when you're reading the scriptures and seeing miracle after miracle after miracle. When is it taking place? Is it, oh man, all these miracles around the life of Jesus? Well, yeah, that Jesus was here.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a specific point in time, and there's a specific thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And miracles happen around spreading the gospel. But even, in the Old Testament, these miracles are again separated but you're getting the highlights.
Yeah.
You're not getting a people's history of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
where you're getting, sort of
Right.
the everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what happened Monday, Tuesday, because it would look a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
The book would be mostly, I went out and tended to crops, tended to the livestock, came home, ate, went to bed, got up the next morning, did the same thing.
Right.
I prayed. That's what you'd be getting.
You got a history of David's life,
Yeah, it would look a lot different.
and you got every single day,
Yeah,
you would definitely be bored.
yeah. This is before social media, where people put everything they ate every single day of their
And you might
life.
be thinking, what's the point? And so you have these digests
Yeah.
of their life. And I think that's a point that we really need to marinate on. If you're considering this, is that the Bible has stories of miracles, but it's not a detailed account of every single day of these people's lives. And by the way, one other thing too, some of those miracles were private. They weren't these public spectacles. Some of these things were extremely private. They happened and no one else saw them but the person who's telling you, this is what happened to me. And this is how I'm telling you this is what happened. But I experienced it myself. I'm telling you later, but it wasn't this big thing for 50 people to see.
Yeah.
It didn't always happen that way.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
the point overall, I believe there's still miracles
Oh, yeah.
going on. I know people who've experienced them. But part of it is you have to be open to them and get out of your own way, and
Yeah.
also understand that what happens most of the time it's not miracle after. I mean, you couldn't even stand a life like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and it wouldn't be. How could you do history? How could you do science? How
Right,
could you
yeah,
do these things?
yeah.
If every single moment of your life was filled with some kind
Yeah.
of a crazy miracle.
yeah, and God is entrusting us to be His ambassadors, not to have to interfere at every moment, but He's given us the ability to go out as His sort of. I always blank on the most simplest words. I find it so frustrating. But anyway, I already
have to
said
have a name
ambassadors.
for it.
We'll just keep it with that.
Yeah.
But so
Emissaries?
no, it was even simpler than that. I know it's a very common.
Representatives?
There we go. See, that's all I was looking for.
You went to
Right in the middle. This is why I'm not a speaker,
Oh, wow.
and you are.
There's times when I wish I wasn't either.
Yeah, but then I have to stop and complain about it. You probably would just move on for the sake of.
Yeah.